Hi, I'm Katie Williams and I'm part of the Community Working Group at UK Youth Climate Coalition, and I wanted to talk to you about the exciting resource we've just launched called Talking Won't Cut It, Your MP's Climate Record. At UKYCC, our mission is to mobilise and empower young people to take positive action for climate action. In the Community Working Group, we focus on a bottom-up approach to climate action and believe in giving everyone in society the tools they need to engage with climate action. We know that engaging with climate issues can seem daunting as it's something so much bigger than our individual selves. However, one way we can use our individual voices to enact large-scale change is through how we vote and how we hold our elected MPs accountable. One of the key ways in which communities can enact change is to voice their opinions to their local MP. It's in everyone's interest to ensure MPs are talking about green issues and ensuring the UK is part of a global climate movement. Although the UK has been the first major economy to set a net zero target, time and time again we've seen politicians unable to keep their promises. Climate change hasn't been very high on our politicians' agendas, and there's a big lack of public awareness on what positions parties and their MPs take on these issues. We thought it was important that citizens are more informed about each MP's record on climate change, so we've developed a tool to help. Talking Won't Cut It, Your MP's Climate Record is an online resource to help you see how green your MP really is. Going back as far as the 2008 Climate Change Act, we've tracked whether MPs voted for, against, or were absent on a number of different climate-related votes, as well as if an MP is a supporter of the Divest Parliament campaign. We picked these votes as our team felt that they were examples where MPs could most clearly demonstrate their commitment to tackling climate change. The most recent vote we included in the climate record was the Transport Emissions 2030 plan, where MPs voted on the 5th of February 2020 on developing and implementing a plan to eliminate the substantial majority of transport emissions by 2030. All votes included in the climate record are important moments in the story of UK climate politics, and we feel they clearly demonstrate an MP's views on climate issues. To create the MP's climate scores, each MP was given a score of +1 for a vote in favour of climate change mitigation, -1 for a vote against climate change mitigation, and 0 for any absences. The total score of all votes is then divided by the number of votes an MP could possibly have attended. This is to account for the fact that some MPs were only elected in the December 2019 general election. The final scores are in the range of -1 to +1. MPs are given a traffic light colour based on their final score, which makes it easy to identify how green your MP is. Red indicates a score of between -1 and -0.5 and shows an MP has voted mostly against measures to tackle climate change. Amber scorers will have voted for a mixture of for and against, or may have had a high number of absences with a score between -0.5 and +0.5. And green rating reflects a score of between +0.5 and 1, and is an MP who has voted mostly in favour of climate change legislation. To see the distribution of climate scores, you can view a map of the UK which is coloured by the climate record for each MP in that area, as well as providing useful information on that area's voting split. You can search for your local MP and see how they voted on individual climate issues. If you're looking to understand the overall landscape, there's also an option to download the complete MP climate record. The database will be a living resource continually updated after elections and key votes. We also want to make some additions, such as greater coverage of early day motions. So you viewed the data, and now you know how green your MP is. So now what? Now is the time to make your opinion on your MP's climate voting record heard. We've developed a template email letter which you can use to quickly let your MP know your views. Scan the QR code to use this template, or you can use it as a guide to write your own letter. It might seem hopeless at times, but voicing your opinion lets your MP know that the communities they're serving are active and watching to ensure their views are voiced through their elected representatives. There are 650 MPs each cycle. Many of them are frequently held entirely unaccountable on the issue of climate change. By staying informed on how your MP has voted on green issues and ensuring you support an MP that reflects your ambitions for climate action, we can ensure that our politicians are held accountable to work for a future that we want. Thank you for listening. We hope you find this resource is a useful tool for making your voice heard. You can follow the work of the Talking Won't Cut It campaign through our UKYCC socials. Climate action starts with us, and we can and will hold our MPs accountable for the political decisions they make on our behalf. Thank you for watching.